obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love with the addition of it, yeah.
Also the photos translation.
Yeah.
Hi besties, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to start another weekly vlog, though technically we're like halfway through the week. It is Wednesday, but we had Monday off. So Tuesday felt like the start of the week, and then Tuesday I was doing laundry, so we couldn't chat yet. But now it's Wednesday and I'm ready to start the vlog, and I just finished Cold Wire, so I figured perfect time to start. This was the last book I started for my 24-hour reading challenge, which if you haven't watched it yet, go watch that. And I knew I was gonna love this immediately. It's so unlike anything I've read, like cyberpunk dystopia. They're all in a virtual reality basically because their current world is not super livable, and there's like a Cold War happening between these two countries. It's just so interesting, and the twist at the end is so good. She always ends her books on these insane cliffhangers. Like, so ready for the next book to come out. But yeah, this was like a 5-star read for me. Please read. I'm glad I went into like not really knowing too much besides like cyberpunk dystopia, because the world building, the different characters, all of it was like new to me and just like really fun. And I was just along for the ride. Love this, love Chloe Gong. I will read anything she writes. Other than that, not too much going on. Last night we had a little craft night with Allie. I updated my cork board for like a little vision board for 2026. I know I did make a different vision board, but now this one can be on my cork board. It's cold as fuck in Chicago right now. It's really scary. Really trying to not leave the house too much, but at the same time not go insane. Tomorrow we're gonna go get sushi with some girls that we really want to be friends with, so I'm very excited about that. We'll see what else we end up doing. Maybe we'll finally make it to the movies. At AMC A-List, just sitting there, it's really bugging me that we haven't been in a while, but it's like there haven't been that many good movies out. I think that's all I have to update on for now. I'll talk to you guys soon. Vlog, happy Thursday. I just got ready. We are about to head out to get some dinner here. We are getting our sushi friend date. Today we had a lovely day. After work we hit up the Skokie Barnes & Noble because I think they're moving, so everything in store was 50% off, which was lovely. So I have a large haul, definitely want to give later. And then the Urban Outfitters downtown was also, I guess, closing down, so we also hit that up. We just love a deal. We could not miss out, and it was the last day at Urban, and the Barnes & Noble I think had a couple more days, but by the time we got there it was already like kind of ran through, so I'm glad we went when we did. Urban did not have too much stuff, but I got 2 shirts for $8, so I'm happy we stopped by. That was a little road trip that we went on. Also did our little yoga class today. We're very close to finishing our challenge. I think I'm at like 19 classes out of 30. We have a little over a week left. No problem. Reading updates. I'm like halfway through The Wedding People, and then I have another book that I want to start. I'm forgetting the name of, because I don't have a physical book I'm reading right now, so I'll probably start that tomorrow. But The Wedding People I'm enjoying. I'm not like obsessed with it. It's just like a fiction, like kind of drama. You're following this main character as she's on this island for this wedding. She basically went there because she wants to, but she meets the bride, and now she's getting like intertwined with all of the wedding drama. So it's interesting, it's entertaining. It's not like my favorite thing ever. Maybe it would have been a better summer book, I don't know. It's gonna be, I think I told you, really cold this weekend, so this was kind of our last day of going outside. And we're gonna try to post up inside if possible. Just do some cooking at home, probably some baking, reading. Oh, the Oscar nominations dropped today, so we decided we're gonna try to watch all the ones we haven't watched yet this weekend. So that should be a fun little activity. Just chill weekend at home, but I should probably head out here soon. So I will talk to you guys later. Vlog, happy Sunday. I'm sorry I've done an actual terrible job vlogging this weekend, but it's been a little like snow weekend in. I really have not been doing much, honestly. We've been sat on the couch. We started the day yesterday watching F1. Beautiful, honestly. Probably one of my favorite movies of the year last year. That was so good and so fun to rewatch. And then we started rewatching Teen Wolf. That's been beautiful. We started Sentimental Value. We need to finish that. That was hard because that has subtitles, so we really needed to lock in for that. I've done a little bit of reading. I need to do more, honestly. I feel like I've done so much reading this month. I'm not too worried about it. Yesterday, we just left the house for SoulCycle, honestly. But then we did a fun little brunch at home. That was lovely. And today, just kind of been doing a little bit of a Sunday reset. It's snowing. I think it's snowed like 8 inches this weekend. So I really don't want to leave the house, but we must. We have yoga sculpt today, so I'm gonna leave in a second here to go do that, but then we'll probably come back home, make some dinner, chill. It's just been a nice little weekend in. Those are the vibes we're cooking with, but I will talk to you guys soon. Tuesday. Oh, this looks so weird without my Christmas tree behind me. I got so used to her. We did in fact take her down this weekend. Almost end of January, finally time. But it's almost Valentine's Day, so we are probably gonna do some crafting soon to make some Valentine's Day decorations. So that should help liven it up in here. I don't think I vlogged anything yesterday. Just chill Monday, worked, went to yoga. The issue with the winter is I feel like my days are exactly the same almost, and my weeks are almost exactly the same. So I'm like, I don't know if it's very interesting vlogging the same thing every week. So then I don't know what to vlog because not much changes in my routine. And I like my routine, it's fun for me, but when I film it every week, I'm like, yes, this is getting a little repetitive. So I do apologize, but this is what I do. Yeah, we watched some of The Pitt, which is one of our new shows. It's fun. I'm convinced that everyone who thinks it's revolutionary has never seen Grey's Anatomy, because it's really just giving Grey's Anatomy without the romance. I think it's so fun. I love Grey's Anatomy, so obviously like more dramatic and less soap opera-y than Grey's Anatomy, but what else? Oh, I finished The Wedding People yesterday. That is an update. Yeah, I'd say like a 3.5, 4-star read, honestly. I don't know if it's because I read The Midnight Library before it, which is also about a woman who wants to kill herself. It's not a good comparison. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. The setting's very cool. I guess I just don't love the concept of it. I just like don't think it's the most interesting. I don't know why it's not resonating with me the way it's resonated with a lot of people. The concept is this woman wants to kill herself, so she goes to this very bougie hotel on the East Coast, and the whole thing is booked out for a wedding, and she's the only person not part of the wedding. She forms a friendship with the bride, and so that kind of gives her something every day to wake up for. It's an interesting concept. I feel like maybe I'm comparing it too much to the Midnight Library, and I feel like it has some similarities in just like the tone of the main character and kind of what she's going through in her like life, and I just feel like a sense of hopelessness. But I just liked kind of what the Midnight Library did more. What she found out about herself, I liked what it was saying about life and philosophy, and then the wedding people, I don't know if it was really trying to say as much, which is fine. The book ended, I feel the same as I did before I read the book. But I know it's a good book and it's well written and it's interesting. But it just wasn't my fave, and I think that's okay. I'm gonna stop trying to explain myself. Probably a 3.5 star. I'm curious what you guys think of it. Oh, I started Writers and Lovers by Lily King on my phone, so that will be my next lit fic. I really think I need to start reading romance again, because I'm just like, so is all literary fiction really depressing? And it might be. Yeah, I'm ready to get back into my romance fantasy. Writers and Lovers, like I'm like 20% of the way through. It's good, it's so well written, but yeah, it's so fucking depressing. So I'm ready to get back into some silly little romance, I fear. But I'm excited to read this and kind of see the hype around this. And then Lily King just came out with a new book, which I think is about the same girl as this book. I'm excited to read that after I finish this one. I am finishing up with work here. I'm gonna head to SoulCycle in a little bit. I think that we're gonna have a friend over after SoulCycle and do a little Chipotle bowl night again. So that should be fun. Maybe watch the new episode of Tell Me Lies. I will talk to you soon. Hi vlog, happy Thursday. I figured we could chat while I made dinner here. Yeah, I finished up work a little bit ago. I've just been reading in bed. It is so fucking cold in my apartment. I just like have not been in the mood to film here because I'm so cold. I'm like constantly wrapped in a blanket with a sweatshirt, with my sweatpants, with my socks, with my slippers. I'm dying here. Our apartment, when it's this cold, will not get over like 68, and it's a cold 68. You feel the chill in the air. And the other day when it was like negatives out, it was not over 65 in here, so that was pretty brutal. Actually, I wanted to chat because I'm reading Writers and Lovers by Lily King, and it is so good. I was complaining about lit fic last time we talked because it's so fucking depressing, and I do still stand by that. I'm definitely like ready to read either a fun little fantasy or romance after this. She's such a good writer. It's so well written. The story's so interesting, and I'm enjoying it so much that it's like, whatever, it's depressing. It's not depressing enough that I don't want to still be in the world, which is how I felt about the Midnight Library, not how I felt about Wedding People though. That I think is the difference. The way that the main character is just so interesting, and it's basically just like, it's just going through her life, and you're kind of like learning about her and what's happened to like lead her to, she's living in Boston in the 90s, working as a waitress while she tries to finish a book, and her mom just died. So we get into her childhood and her relationship with their mother and her father, and then all of her boyfriends up until then, and then she's actively dating 2 different guys, and it's her job and it's her friends. The main character's a writer, so it's a lot about writing and art, how it affects you and creating it. So I just think it's super interesting. I see why this book is so beloved. I'm excited to finish it, and I'm excited to read her next book, which I think is about the same character. I want to look more into the author after it. Oh, my new show that I started is His and Hers on Netflix, and I love it. It's so good. It's just like a fun thriller about these 2 people who were married, and then she disappeared for a year, and she shows up in the small town that they're from because there's been a murder, and she's an investigative journalist and he's the detective, and they're both like connected to the murder, and we don't know what happened, and it also like feels like either of the main characters could be guilty, which I think is really fun. Chicago Restaurant Week has started, so we do have our first Restaurant Week reservations this weekend, which I'm very excited for. It's Comma in Wicker Park, and then we have another one for next week as well. A good way to have something to look forward to in the winter. Oh, I am also, sorry, I just love talking to you guys about all the media I'm consuming. I'm rewatching Bridgerton right now because the new season comes out in a couple days, and on Saturday we're watching with the girls, so I'm very excited. Hello.
Hello.
How's it going? How was German?
Good. Very good.
Well, that was most of my updates anyway, honestly. But I'm gonna cook dinner, chat with Nye about German. Talk to you later. guys, I want to end this vlog, but I've been meaning to give you a haul of the stuff I got from Barnes & Noble and Urban Outfitters, so I figured before I end, we can do that now. It's been a while, but we went to Barnes & Noble because there was one closing in the suburbs, and then the Urban Outfitters downtown was also closing. So we picked up a couple of things. We'll show you what I got now. When we got to the Barnes, there was definitely like limited options, so it's not like you're going in looking for books you want to buy, but I was like, if I saw a book that I've been interested in or that intrigued me, I was like, why not buy it? Everything's half off. First up, we have Slain the Vampire Conqueror by Carissa Broadbent. If you've been following any of my reading content, I have been obsessed with Carissa Broadbent lately and reading all of her fantasy stuff. And in her newest book, there was this couple that this novella is about. Though I'm like, is this even a novella? It's like 300 plus pages. This is just a regular book, just not full fantasy length, but I'm very excited to read this. I was curious to see kind of the backstory of the couple that we met in the last book, and I figured she might have a novella on them. So I'm excited to read more about them in this. Next, we have The Frontrunner by Elsie Silver. This is the next book in the Gold Rush Ranch series I'm reading. So this is her very first series, but it's the last series I'm reading of hers, and I'm excited to get into this one because this is the one that has the sister of the Chestnut Springs series. So I think this is gonna be a lot of fun. Next, we have With Love from Cold World. I've seen this a bunch on TikTok. Yeah, I feel like I've seen this cover everywhere. It's very cute. It takes place in Orlando. Went to college there, so I think this is funny. I think this is like amusement park. Fun, cute romance. Always love to have a couple of those on the TBR shelf, which is why I also picked up Game On by Kai Stevens. I think this was a fun way for me to choose romances that I haven't necessarily heard of or have on my TBR list, so I thought this was a good one to pick up, and it was so cute, like sprayed edges, cute little cover. It's a sports romance, one of my faves. She's a cheerleader, he's a football player. This seems like it'll be fun, and I haven't heard of it. And then finally, I got a signed edition of Girl Dinner by Olivia Blake. I think I own almost all of her books, so this was the next one I had to get, and I'm so glad I could get it for half off. How convenient. Maybe this will be one of my next reads. And then I just got 2 tops from Urban, but they were $8. What a win. I think I've literally tried this on before, and I was like, I don't know if I love it, but I think this will be a good like cover up for summer. Just a little tunic, it's a little long flowy tank, good to throw over a swimsuit. And then I also was thinking this might just be a good summer top, kind of open back. Yeah, just cute, basic. Yeah, those are my little purchases. Thank you so much for watching the vlog, and I will see you in my next video.